Hey, so once more, we're checking out Feminist supports the ban of men's right documentary screening. There was the director was Cassie, who? Casey something.
Casey something.
Yeah, she embarked on making a film, a documentary, where she was trying to debunk, the men's right movement. What we now know as men going their own way. It began a while back, like maybe even prior to 2015, somewhere like that.
Even before that.
Yeah,
and it was so fringe back then. Before even in I think the 2010s.
Yeah,
those men were seen as pariahs. What was being peddled back then, when they actually said who hurt you, it was a valid jab back then.
Yeah.
Or when they said you hate women,
it
was a legit jab.
Right. Yeah. So this lady Casey set out to produce a documentary where she was trying to debunk this whole movement and trying to show that the men who espoused it are wrong and they're just full of shit. Right. So the movie screened they wanted to screen it in a film theater in Melbourne in Australia, but the theater cancelled it. And then they did a news piece on it. That's what we're going to check out today. So let's go.
Okay, let's move on. And is this a setback for free speech? A controversial documentary on the men's rights movement has had screenings in Melbourne cancelled after a petition claimed the film was misogynistic propaganda. The red pill was made by a woman to look at whether feminism has demonised men for their masculinity. The filmmaker found many of the arguments from the men's rights movement convincing and reveals this in the documentary. I'll throw this one to you, Denise. Do you think that this should be banned?
No, I do not. I think it's a woman, a feminist, did the film, so it's her point of view, and it's also about the men's movement of what they're thinking. I'd love to see it.
Well, we wouldn't have known about it if it hadn't been banned from this Palace Cinema in Melbourne.
Can we finish this and can we go back to Dream World again? Because I've got a comment to say.
But yeah,
I'd love to see this film.
Well, the great irony with this film, I mean, talk about an own goal. Like, not only is it chilling that someone could actually think in their head that in a democracy something should be banned just because they disagree with it. Like, say, it's misogynistic propaganda. Well, so what? You don't have to see it. You don't have to.
Have they even seen the film though? Just what makes it.
Is there a difference between if you're disseminating things that are wrong, say an anti-vax type movie where science is not with it, and versus an opinion-based thing like this, which is
even anti-vaccination propaganda.
That's what I mean. So this is different in terms of because you can't refute it. You can say, well, this is your opinion on how feminism lies and where the men's rights movement is. So really, you're allowed to have your say.
I think it's really scary when we start banning things because we don't like the content.
It's really, really scary. It's up there with book burning, and we know what that turns into. And also, it's incredibly stupid because, firstly, it plays into the narrative of the men's rights groups, nutters who say that there's this incredibly oppressive feminist force that is suppressing men's voice, and this actually proves them right. This actually proves them completely.
And you're also sort of saying you're too stupid to make up your own mind. We're so worried that you're so stupid that if you watch this film, you will be swayed.
And that's right. And it also gives them acres of free publicity. I mean, we're all talking about it now. If the film had just been screened, no one would be talking about it.
Can I say something here?
No.
Well, yes, it would be good to see the movie, but...
But there's that but again.
Remember I told you.
I mean, looking here, it talks about people who are pro-rape racists in the film. We have no problems, as we should not, banning people from visiting Australia preaching hate. Aren't these people preaching hate who are in this film?
Did you notice there's nothing coherent that she just said?
Nothing. And
she was looking for. Okay, so the film talks about, as she says, we don't know yet.
She hasn't even watched it.
The people who are pro-rape, hate,
and that's according to her.
She
hasn't watched it.
And then she said, "Are these people teaching hate? And should we allow them?" She doesn't know what she's saying. But guys,
this is the fallacy where I'm a feminist. It's my job to disagree with men. It doesn't matter on what.
Not on the grounds that the facts prove them wrong.
Not logic, no.
I just don't
you are
like
man,
it.
You are wrong.
I don't like it. And
the moment she heard that this is a documentary about men's rights, it's wrong.
Yep.
It's wrong.
It's out.
It's out.
And you're going to see why. Bear with us.
But though obviously some people have seen it.
No, the bit about the pro-rape, the guy said if he was in a court, in a jury, and there was overwhelming evidence that the rape was occurred, he'd still vote not guilty.
Obviously that guy.
That's an opinion.
Yeah, that's his own opinion. It doesn't mean that the film, that doesn't mean that the film endorses.
It's actually a documentary. And documentaries just compile information.
Capture
all information.
As real as it is on the ground.
But haircut here.
All right, yeah.
In the movie, he said this. No, this previous. So he's got form, but
so.
And as you noticed, this lady, the old lady on the right, was trying to show her what her era was, and then she quickly turned the page. She didn't want to hear that. All right. So let's go to what she's gonna say.
Yeah, I must disagree with you guys.
Yep, that's
it. These people, you know what I think?
Yeah.
I think these people after a long day, they got home and they're like, how many people did I disagree with today?
Like one. And I was in Studio 10. I met two men outside the office. I met a dog walker on the way home.
That old man who told me.
Yeah, that old man who told me I look good. I was like, I do not. Tell me I look good. and then finally the security guard at the gate.
Who was asking me for my card.
Yeah, he was asking me for my card. Who are you?
You guys don't have a woman I can talk to ask me for my card.
Yeah, like that's 5 people.
If it's less than 10.
I
have to do 10 press ups.
I felt
some
today,
weird shit
I
like
failed
that.
Today.
Yep.
Tomorrow I'm going to make up for today. I'm going to disagree with 15 people.
Do you think they have feminist Jesus? Like one woman?
Definitely.
Like Rosie
Don't you hear that
something?
thing where they say God is a woman? You've heard that?
I've heard it.
Yeah. Where do you think it came from?
Feminists.
Of course.
Thinking they are above.
Of course. So they were saying, well, you guys say God is a... We don't say it.
They disagree.
Anyway, you see...
I disagree.
You see what it was? It was, no. Yeah, no.
So, yeah, I must say I disagree with you guys.
You think it should be banned?
And you know this woman is not playing a part. Yep. This is not a character.
This
She's like this 24/7. Now imagine being a dude having to work with someone like this every day. Having to watch everything you say, where you sit.
I'm not watching shit.
This is Australia.
She's going to report me to HR.
Well, yes, I do, because I think if it does, no. I think if it does, I think if it offends, intimidates, or insults people, and it is not in the matter of public interest, I have no problem.
What does that mean? That is fascism.
Number one,
what she just said.
If it offends people, don't they have politicians who they don't vote for?
Fuck.
Their politics offend them. Shouldn't they be shown? And who say that this film is not in the public interest? It's in the public interest of the men.
That's why you're out here talking about
who make up roughly half the population.
And do you know what the craziest thing is about this? These people like her actually believe if I don't like something,
you shouldn't like
I can have it destroyed.
Yeah.
What is that? That's fascism. That other guy with the glasses said, this is tantamount to book burning. It's actually the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same
as book burning. If you don't like a book, and this is what Hitler used to do.
Yeah.
This is what they did.
They used to scour books, any book that talks about free thinking, medicine,
any arts,
anything. They used to take them all to a certain courtyard outside of a building.
And they would burn them in front of people. Yo, Russia, you guys are a first world country. This shit makes no sense. How are these people given platforms like this to spew dumb shit like this?
Australia.
What the hell? And I know there are so many other female reporters who do a better job than her.
This is not a reporter. This was a guest.
This is what we. This
This
you know what
cannot
they
be-
say? Do you know what they
this is not
say?
a reporter.
This is a reporter.
She's
bro.
a reporter.
She's a fucking reporter. On this Studio 10
Studio
bullshit.
10, how far
She's
you
a reporter, bro.
How far you fallen?
Huh? And you know, these people don't say, I have a job and a responsibility to tell the news. These people say, I've been given a platform to talk about the agendas
That I want.
that I believe
Yeah.
will save humanity
Yeah.
and make everyone see how amazing I am. That's what they do.
Save these now.
Stop being so hypocritical. You can't just say let's ban it because I don't like what's in it. You know, like on one hand you can't
Why
say you
do
know
we
it's great
ban people from visiting here saying we don't like what you're saying?
because it's inciting hate.
But you could argue that this film
But we haven't
incites
seen
hate.
the film.
A film she has not watched.
When people, when Muslim clerics, extreme Muslim clerics, are coming out and saying that all Jews should be exterminated, bad. When men are saying,
Wow, they have to simplify it.
For her.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Bad.
This is bad.
That's bad.
I think that's fair enough. People should be able to have their say, and these
That's a
safe
slippery slope.
spaces and
You guys are
this
dancing.
kind
Look
of,
at this
you know,
face. Look at this face.
blanket ban on things because it might upset people.
It's like a
appalling.
leather face.
No,
Too much
this is
frowning.
describe the people in this as the sexist cesspit of the internet.
Who cares?
I do,
Who
because
cares?
if
Who
what
gives
you're
a
saying
shit?
incites hate against women,
Wow.
I don't think that should
That's
be
that superhero mentality again.
Just-
Captain
you
Save
don't
all
have
the
to
hoes.
agree with it.
There
but
you
it
go.
doesn't mean you can ban it. If someone's coming here saying kill women, that's a problem.
Wow.
That's no good. If someone's coming here saying, you know what, men should have more rights, or feminists are, oppressing us, or or they're sexist or have stupid views or whatever, that's not hate speech. That's just
Get this. The film is trying to say that the feminist movement has hurt men. And it's trying to tell people that the reason why some men feel that they want nothing to do with women, mind you, not saying that they want to kill women. They want nothing to do with women is because of what they espouse hurts us. But she has no problem with peddling feminist agenda, which essentially says men have oppressed us and disenfranchised us for decades and centuries and millennia, and we want to be free of them. And now, going further than that, we don't need them.
Imagine.
Going further than that, they shouldn't even be alive.
And you
she
know-
has no problem with that.
And you know what's even worse? Do you know the main reason this documentary is on TV? Because after men stood up and said, a lot of men don't speak because when they open their mouths to say something, they are admonished, and they are cancelled, and they are told they ain't shit. And immediately after making a documentary saying that, women, feminists come up and do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So these niggas
And
just
guys,
proved.
if you just need an answer, look at this face.
Look at that face.
What a disgusting.
people being
And it should be a
I would
discussion.
disagree with that.
We should.
Wow, yeah.
It's not bad.
I hope when she goes on to the land of the feminists,
That's a horrible
that
to say
epitaph will say, I will disagree with that.
Catch an STD.
If you want to find the information, you can watch things online. It's not hard to find this anyway. So banning it doesn't,
Yeah. But yeah, it's out.
Stupid as fuck.
Yeah, catch an STD and die.
And these are the people who are actually telling you the news. People who have agendas like this.
This woman does not have a brain. She looked at all those papers that she had. Everything that she tried
And there
to
was
quote from
nothing
them
on those
was a
papers.
lie. All right? A guest had to tell her, no, what you're reading is wrong. This is what it actually says. And at the end of it all she had to say was, no, I just don't like it. No, it should be banned.
And I'm a woman. I have power.
It doesn't spread the agenda that you claim it does. But as long as you don't like it.
You guys just proved every point
Hey,
those
Studio
men
10.
are trying to say.
Studio 10.
Huh? And another thing, the biggest oxymoron here is the fact that she thinks she's strong for doing damn shit like this.
I just like to say to this host, this is a lovely woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good luck on you. Keep telling people the news and never let off. Never let off, because it's women like you who will tell these people, "Oi, you're just going off the reservation now. Shut the fuck up." People will start think we are a joke, but now we are telling news.
No, I don't like it.
People will not watch your news, and this is the same stupid shit that is happening
We should
to
do a
CNN.
follow-up. You should fire this one. This one is stupid. She's just dumb. She's not even pretty. I would watch it. I would watch it.
And she's not even pretty.
She's not pretty. Oh, okay. Why the hell do you think they have these hot anchors? Why?
How you are looking like a 14-year-old male swimmer?
That's pretty. And then you want the attitude. I'm not watching Studio 10. Let's get real, guys. Continue.
Yo, that was challenge.
I will see.
Thank you for this one, Studio 10. Jesus Christ. How you are banning books and,
really
documentaries.
So angry feminist.
Idiots. Hey, we out.
We
On
out.
to the next.